Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Kevin, I'm a geek. You're watching Kevin the Geek. Welcome back to another stand-up special. This is time now for Al Murray, the Pub Landlord. Someone who I've wanted to watch for a number of years, partially because obviously he appeared in Taskmaster, series 3, I want to say from memory. God, we go back to a long time since I did that, probably about 2 years. But also, you know, he sort of is. Actually, does he play Northern? I don't know. Maybe he's a bit more Southern with it from my memory. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. But I mean, hey, basically, he's bold and he's a pub landlord, which is basically my uncle. Put it that way. I know, obviously, he's more of a character rather than being the person himself. But hey, we'll just watch it, see if I spot anything, you know, from the various pub landlords that I've worked for over the years, and hopefully just have a good few laughs. Let's check it out.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show. Now, please raise your glasses and greet with good cheer the Duke of Draft, the Prince of Pills, the one true King of Beers. He is the Pub Landlord, Mr. Al Murray.
So no messing about, just straight on. Hey!
All hail to the ale!
Hey!
And welcome the wine for the ladies. Good evening. Do you want a glass for that, pal? Good boy. Excellent. Good decision. What's your name, Squire?
Seamus.
Seamus. Beautiful British name. Great to have you here. What's the name of your mate? What's your name, pal?
Bill.
Bill. Do you want a glass, Bill?
Yeah.
Fantastic. What do you do for a living, Bill? Tell me.
I work in Bermuda.
You work in Bermuda? Fucking hell, you jammy bastard. What is it that you do in Bermuda, sir? Tell me.
Working from home.
You're a marine biologist. Fantastic. I think actually you're a lying bastard, sir. What do you do, Bill? Seriously.
I work with the dolphins.
You work with the dolphins, no you don't, sir. Why would you hang around with a bloke called Seamus if you had a glamorous job like that? Because he's your brother. What do you do, Seamus, yourself?
Student.
You're a student, yeah? Because I asked, the initial question I asked is, what do you do for a living? And then you come back at me with student. Now, what are you studying? What are you studying, Seamus? Tell me.
Geography.
Geography. Fantastic. What's the capital of Czechoslovakia, then? You don't know, do you? It's the Czech Republic now, anyway, isn't it, pal? That's all right. Yeah. Prague. All right, then what's the capital of the Slovakian Republic, sir? Bratislava, you dosey twat.
Right, thank you.
You're obviously only in your first year, aren't you? Now, great to have you here, Squire. Geezer on the end with the earring. Are you a pirate? Is that it?
Pirate.
Or a curtain, eh? Which? You're neither, aren't you, Squire? What do you do? What's your name, pal? Steve. Beautiful.
Steve.
What do you do, Steve? Tell me. You're a pianist. You don't look like one, sir.
No.
You're a chunky monkey, aren't you?
Same as me.
You're thinking of the future, aren't you, mate? It clearly involves a famine somewhere along the line. It's survival of the fittest, my friend, Steve.
That's
You've misheard
survival
it,
of the
haven't you?
fattest.
Are you visible from space with a naked eye? Now, you're beautiful, but geezer on the end, you're in the white shirt. What's your name, pal?
Al.
Al, do you want a glass for that? Because you're drinking from a plastic half, and that's giving off all the wrong signals, isn't it, pal? There you go, son. Tuck in. Fantastic. Good luck to you. Now, geezer here? Yeah? Yeah? Without socks on? What's that all about, pal? Hey? Is that 'cause the doctor says you have to live as a woman for a year, is that it? To prove you're serious about the operation? I mean, all red-blooded men are curious about what the inside of a lady's loo looks like, but that's taking a bit far, isn't it, pal? please. Now. Fellas, what are you drinking, mate? What's that? Hey? Champagne?
Ooh, la-di-da.
Hand it over. Rules is fucking rules, mate. Pint for the fella, glass of white wine, a fruit-based drink for the lady, those. Heats off, mate. What's your name, Squire? Stephen. What do you do for a living, Stephen? You what? You've retired. What job didn't need you anymore then? Which career is heaving a massive sigh of relief? Tell me. What were you, sir?
I was a builder.
You're a builder? Oh, right. Yeah. How long were you a builder for, sir? About 10 years. Is that an estimate?
Hey!
So, right, let's have a look at the other box over here. What? Are you drinking lager, love? Are you? Yeah? Let's have a look. Yeah? What are you drinking, sweetheart? Tell me there's lime in that, sweetheart, please. Pass it over, I need to check it. Yeah? Rules is rules, isn't that, sweetheart? Yeah? Pint for the fella, glass of white wine, a fruit-based drink for the lady. Those are the rules! If we didn't have rules, then where would we be, eh?
In
That's
anarchy.
Right. France! So... Let's check it, shall we, sweetheart? Here we go. No, there's no lime in there, is there, love? No, there isn't. No, regard that as a confiscation. You're not going to go with that, love, don't worry. Here it comes. Fantastic.
What if she don't like wine? She would be mightily pissed off if she don't like wine. I would be raging. Especially when you know the price of the the cost of the drinks in a theatre. They ain't bloody cheap.
Now. Order restored. Now, you're fair. Do you want a pint, by the way, Steve? You like
Which
a pint
one?
of John Smith's Extra Smooth? It's a beautiful pint, this John Smith's Extra Smooth. Pure silk in a glass, that's what they say.
I prefer
Drinking in the lounge
Boddingtons.
bar whilst watching Sky Television.
Sorry to interrupt. Boddingtons is one of those very rare drinks that you can only ever find on draft in a theatre. Like, you can barely find it in any normal pub. I'll tell you, there is something special about a Boddingtons.
With XFM on in the background, and that... It's the sponsors done. You get the full package here, Steve. We'll turn you to normal, my friend. There you go. What's your mate called? What's your name, pal?
Jeff.
Jeff, you a builder as well, Jeff?
No, I'm his bodyguard.
You're his bodyguard?
What?
I suppose the shoddy jobs you've done in your time, you need someone to protect you. Now, the point is this. You're beautiful people. Have we got anyone from overseas here tonight? Anybody in from overseas? Yeah? Fabulous. From which vanquished nation do you hail, sir? Tell me. Where from?
United States.
United States. Fantastic. Welcome, eh? Welcome. I love you people. What's your name, Squire?
Neil.
Neil. Beautiful British name. Now, Neil. Neil, how long have you been in Great Britain, Squire?
2 weeks now.
2 weeks. Yeah? Yeah? Tell me, if you had to sum up Great Britain in one word, Neil, what would it be, mate?
Shit.
Come on. Come on, Neil.
God, we can say it. Shit.
Shit will get off the pot, sir. You what? Football. No. The word you're looking for, mate, is great, isn't it? Losing the name, for fuck's sake.
I'll take goodish.
Those are yank. Now, no, I love Americans. You're beautiful people, aren't you? Yeah? Yeah, you're beautiful people. Because the world, no, I love them. Huh? Back off, I love them. I love them. I love Americans. Because the world needs people like Americans, don't they? Because you're dreamers, aren't you? Yeah? Yeah? You're dreamers, aren't you, Neil? Yeah? Because you've got that American dream. The American dream. Yeah? You're an American dreamer. Dreaming the American dream, aren't you, Neil? Yeah? Yeah? Now, the fact is, Neil, we don't have a dream in Great Britain. We don't.
No.
There is no British dream. Yeah? Now, this isn't because we lack some sort of sense of moral purpose. This isn't because we haven't got a sense of guiding destiny to
we're
us towards a better
pessimistic.
tomorrow. No. We don't have a dream in this country, Neil, because we're awake. What is that dream of yours anyway? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Hey, I'd be embarrassed to write that down if I were you, Squire. It's a pleasure to have you, you beautiful bloke. I love Americans, you're beautiful people. Yeah? You're simple folk, aren't you? An American can't explain something, he says it's aliens, doesn't he? At least British people are prepared to admit when they're pissed, Neil.
I'm pissed out.
I mean, we're sensible people in this country. This is a reasonable country. It's a reasonable size, isn't it? Great Britain isn't that big, yeah? America's vast, isn't it? Far too big, unwieldy country, yeah? Britain's compact, yeah? You reasonable size. I mean, the mountains aren't exactly that big, are they? Yeah? They're big enough to learn how to climb mountains and then practice and conquer other peoples. They're not that big in themselves. I mean, the wildlife is not particularly wild, is it? Squirrels are not going to hunt you down in packs, are they?
I mean, alligators might.
We don't have earthquakes in this country, do we? No, because we don't deserve them. It's that simple. Anyone who builds a city on a thing called the San Andreas Fault really has got it covered. In fact, Neil, it's not San Andreas' fault, is it? It's yours for building it there in the first place. Classic American behaviour. Trying to palm the blame off onto some poor fucking
Very good, very good.
Forget the Alamo! Now, what is this? We're sensible, down-to-earth people in this country. Aren't we? Yes, Steve?
Oh, we are.
Here we are. Could you play God Save the Queen? Yeah? F, F. G. D, E, F. G, G. A, G. F, D. E, F, G. A, C. No. Now, the point is this.
He's lost his chest.
The point is this. You might be look stupid, eh? The point is this.
And hard.
The point is this. We're sensible, down-to-earth people in this country, aren't we? Hmm? This is a sensible, down-to-earth country. I mean, we never put a man on the moon, did we? No. What would be the fucking point?
I love the face.
You Yanks, you're banging about how you got there first, but no one else was trying, were they, mate? Doesn't count. Doesn't matter who comes first when you're on your own, does it, like, Jimmy? It's been a year. I mean, we're sensible people in this country, aren't we? Down-to-earth people. Yeah, we never put a man on the moon. No, the moon was never going to be part of the British Empire, was it, mate? No, there's no one to give it back to once we're done with it, was there? There's no point going to the moon, putting in a railway, trial by jury, parliamentary democracy. There's no bastard living there, is there? That's the trick. There's nothing to be gained in the way of hot and spicy food or Olympic quality athletes. Of a journey. I mean, why would the British, the very people who invented gravity, want to go somewhere where there isn't any? Hey? Doesn't make any sense at all. Now, the moon should be left to its own business of tides, werewolves, and periods. No. If anyone can explain to me the actual difference between them last two. Stage door later. Now, the point is this. No, just one man's silver bullet is another woman's bar of chocolate, isn't it? Period, Neil. That's an example of a word that means different things to you and I, doesn't it, Squire? Because you're a Yank and I'm British, yeah? Yeah, that's right. Period, yeah? To the American woman, the word period probably means something like full stop, doesn't it? That's the same thing for American geezers, eh, Neil? Because we're divided by a common language, that's right, and a fucking great big ocean, thank Christ. Let's then explain. Now, the point is this. I think it's time, though, I cracked on now with the meat of why here tonight, why I've gathered you here tonight, this lecture that I'm giving in. So I want to talk about why we the British are permanently one step ahead of the rest of the world at all times. Yeah? One full step ahead of the world at all times. And that is because of our secret weapon, what I like to call British thinking. Now, British thinking is the finest bloody thinking in the world!
Yeah, I might disagree with that.
Because British thinking is about combining things and creating something greater than those things from those things.
Well, give me an example.
Sorry, I can't be any more specific than that. Now, this pint I'm holding in my hand here is a classic example of British thinking in action, isn't it? Yeah? Because the glass itself was manufactured in France.
Oh, no.
Arseholes, the beer. The beer they're in is, of course, lager, which originated in Germany. One, but put them two things together with British thinking, and what have you got, eh? A great British pint. British thinking, now. British thinking is the finest thing in the world. It won us the Second World War. No help from no one else. Oh, I'm sorry, Neil. No. You're not in a fight from the start, Squire. You're not in a fight at all. You was just lucky, mate. We was there to point you in the right direction. Let's face it, America's efforts on their own have been far from glorious. We stayed out the Vietnam War for one simple reason. We wanted our war films to remain cheerful. You won't be seeing when you're winning, I mean... The damn busters are going down in flames, 1 in 3, but they're chipper about it, aren't they? Lest we forget, war is hell, Neil, I know, but only when you're fucking losing. Yeah, point is this. Point is this. British thinking. It's the finest thing that won us the Second World War due to the invention of the bouncing bomb. Now,
Bouncing bomb?
the bouncing bomb is a classic of British thinking. The bouncing bomb with which we flooded the Germans out in Holland or so, I don't know. It's a detail, it's not relevant. Now, the bouncing bomb is a classic of British thinking, isn't it, yeah? Because plenty of people have made things that bounce over the years, haven't they? Yeah? And plenty of people have made things that explode. But only the British, with British thinking, took them two separate and rival ideas.
I've never heard of this bouncing bomb.
Jimmy them together and come up with a bouncing bomb. And I think, to celebrate the millennium, what we should not have done was built a giant tent on a disused gasworks. That was a £40 solution to a £10 problem, if ever there was one. No. What we should have done was obvious. We should have got that Lancaster bomb we got that still works, yeah? Dusted her down, built a fresh bouncing bomb, and attacked the Thames Barrier for old time's sake. Show the world we still fucking got it, yeah? Flood Peckham. Put Britain back on the map by taking Peckham clean off of it.
I think Delboy might argue with that.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few on that one, and then on the return journey, the pilot could fly up the Severn River, take them 2 bridges out, cut the Welsh off permanent.
Whoa! No, I don't agree with that.
You can always dream. Now, the point is this. British thinking is the finest thing in the world, yeah? Here's an example. Steve, you ready for this? You ready, Steve? Here we go.
Oh, Steve.
Chickens. Chickens.
Yeah.
Chickens come from China originally. Did you know that, Steve?
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. You learned something, didn't you? Yeah? The evidence is there, though, Steve, isn't it? Yeah? C-H-I, chicken. C-H-I, China.
Uh-huh.
Stare in the face, innit? Go on, do the stare in the face action. Go on, do it. Like that. Good boy, yeah? Chickens come from China. Spuds come from the New World, South America. Did you know that? Spuds come from America originally. I know, they ended up in Ireland. Yes, you're right, Steve. And the Irish ended up in America, some sort of trade-off, didn't they? I'll let you decide who's better off on that deal. Yeah, what is this?
Dan is fine, isn't he?
British thing is the finest thing in the world. Chickens come from China. Spuds come from South America. Weaving, Steve, weaving, yeah, comes from the ancient Sumerian civilization found in the 3rd millennium BC in what is now southern Iraq. Did you know that?
No.
No. That's 3 things you've learned. You go to more pub quizzes, don't you, Steve? Brush up on your general if you want to make the team. Yeah? Chickens, spuds, weaving from all over the world. But it was the British, with British thinking, who invented chicken in a basket with chips. And that's why we're top dog number fucking 1.
Well,
Beat that Neil with your man on a bloody moon, eh? Chicken in a basket, £4.50. Yeah? Man on the moon, $8 billion. You didn't think it through, did you, Squire?
still a point.
The British thing is the finest thing in the world. It saved all of your lives, I expect. Who here has ever taken penicillin or antibiotics? Show of hands, please.
Have I?
All right, who's never took them? That's a simple.
I'm not sure, actually.
Who's never took it? Geezer there, what's your name, pal? Cole. Beautiful British name. Now, what'd you do, sir?
I sell fruit and veg.
You sell fruit and veg. Which market?
I'm from Lancashire.
You're from Lancashire. Fantastic. Yeah, what do you think the big cities are, eh?
Lancashire. Bananas.
Now, Cole here, you, mate, you know how to get over an illness like they did in the old days, don't you, Squire? Yeah? Yeah, because you don't take penicillin antibiotics, yeah? Because people live their lives wrapped in cotton wool, don't they, Cole? Yeah? Yeah, these days, people got it easy, don't they? They just take their pills, they get better. It's ridiculous. Yeah? We're breeding a nation of weaklings, aren't we? Yeah? God help us if the Germans try again. The track record indicates all sort of potential, doesn't it? You can only judge a horse by the races it's run, like Jim. That's right. Leopard spots. That's right. Let's never forget that German tanks are called leopards. They're giving us a hint there. What is this? The point is this. Do you want a top up, love? What's some more wine? Fantastic. Here it comes, now. You're all dolled up, aren't you? Who's with the keys of the earring? What's your name, pal?
Damien.
Damien. It's your year, isn't it, mate? 999 on the back of his head. Son of an ambulance driver. Now, what is this?
I don't get the reference. You'll have to let me out of that one.
Got myself here. These days, we live our lives wrapped in cotton wool. We just take our pills and we get better. I mean, it's just ridiculous now, the lives people live. I mean, everyone these days has got asthma, haven't they? Oh, I can't get down the stairs. Oh, I can't get back up. I'm all right now. It's ridiculous. It's that bad. Buy a fucking bungalow, for Christ. I mean, everyone drives their kids to school, so the kids won't be run over by the people driving their kids to school. As a result, we're breeding an entire generation of barrel-chested, pigeon-toed, flat-footed, socially adequate, no-sense-direction twats.
Well said.
There's always university, isn't there, Seamus? What is this? British thinking gave us, of course, penicillin antibiotics. Now, in the old days, when you got sick, right, you get a proper fucking illness, wouldn't you? You'd be poorly at breakfast, dead by tea. Boils in the armpits, quit making plans. It's over. In the old days, you get a proper fucking illness, wouldn't you? Yeah? Yeah? Like the plague. That's right, the plague, not a plague. Not Steve's plague. Not Seamus's plague. Not Kieran's plague. No, the plague. Yeah, with this cheeky nickname, the Black Death. It's going to kill you. Bring out your dead, isn't it? Not bring out your wheezy. It's going to get you. It's a proper fucking illness. This disease means business. It's carried by rats, for Christ's sake. It kills 1 in 3 people, gets itself a nursery rhyme. That is a proper fucking illness.
That was something I think I only learned for the first time, like a couple of years ago. The whole Ring a Roses is literally an Ezra about the Black Death. Yeah, it shocked me and all.
In the old days, they had proper illnesses, didn't they? Plagues, poxes, palsies, and agues.
Scarlet fever.
Syndromes and disorders. Shot they've got us dying of now. Sweet. You know, in the old days, what you do when you got sick, yeah? You got the plague and it was going to kill you, yeah? There's only one way of getting over that illness, one simple way. You had to do what Collier does every time he gets sick. One simple thing. What you do is you'd snap out of it! 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 People with ME would take their exams like everybody else. And fail them if necessary. Oh yeah. Because in the old days when you failed an exam, you were told that you failed that exam. You weren't told you could catch up with the modules on the coursework. Who changed that and why were we not informed? I mean, where is the harm in turning to a 12-year-old and saying, listen, son, you failed that exam, didn't you? You failed it. Yeah, you had 2 hours in there to read, write, remember, and you blew it out your arse. You're a failure. Do you understand me? You're 12 and you're a failure. Where is the harm in saying that to a 12-year-old? I, for one, emerged unscathed. I'll tell you this much, there's a harvester on the horizon. One day I'll get my carvery. One day I'll make me money on the food. And the point is this, in the old days, you'd snap out of it. That's what the doctor would say, and he'd come at you waving a leech, wouldn't he? Yeah? Because back then, the medical profession had the good grace to admit they didn't know what the fucking hell they were doing. Come on, sir, let's drill a hole in your head, let the demon out. How about it,
Hey, surprisingly, actually, because I did a little bit of medical history through the years, in my GCSE years at school. And that was actually a thing that was like caveman time, the really old days. Yeah, literally, drill a hole in the head, and it was like to let the demons out. But in actual fact, it surprisingly was something that apparently worked more often than not because you effectively had pressure in your brain. And there was even like skeletons that were found that were sort of estimated that about 20, 30, 40 years after someone had this hole drilled in their head, effectively, they carried on living. They died like many years afterwards, and it was absolutely fine. So, you know, we made jokes about it, but it actually did kind of work, apparently.
Come on, it's all right. I think with your lungs is an established fact. Here we go. Come on, snap out of it. The point is this. In the old days, you'd snap out of it. These days, you just take your pills, your penicillin, your antibiotics. Now, penicillin, antibiotics, was invented by a British inventor. Yeah? A man from Scotland, a British inventor called Alexander Fleming. Now, Alexander Fleming was between Bond books. He'd just finished GoldenEye. He was working up to Goldfinger. It was his gold phase. Now, Mr. Fleming's working method was dead simple. What he'd do is he'd eat a very big breakfast first thing, leave the plates, work through the rest of the day. Now, penicillin, antibiotics, was discovered last thing on a Friday.
Yeah.
He was typing away at the time, right? Oh, Mr. Bond. No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. Press the button on the ejector seat. Pussy. Pussy. It's been a year. Now, suddenly the typewriter jammed. The L key got stuck down. Starts shooting out yards of Welsh. Terrifying. Welsh, or code as I prefer to call it. The Germans had used Welsh in the war, it could have been a very different outcome. There's no computer known to man that can crack it. No. There ain't. Now, Alexander Fleming, he looked up from that typewriter and he looked across them plates and something caught his eye. So on one of them plates, one of them little plates, there was a piece of mould. on one of them fucking plates. And that's all that penicillin was, wasn't it? A piece of mould on a fucking plate. And he took two simple things, a piece of mould and a fucking plate, he put them together, and created penicillin, saved all your lives. That's all it was, Seamus. A piece of mould on a fucking plate. Do it, son, go on. A piece of mould on a fucking plate. Good boy. Excellent. Hold to the front row, let's go. A piece of mould on a fucking plate. Again. A piece of mould on a fucking plate. Everyone, why not?
A piece of mould on the fucking plate.
And again, a piece of mould
Bloody hell.
on the fucking plate. One more time.
Piece of mould on the plate.
Take me home. A piece of mould on the fucking plate. That's all it was. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that, Steve. Go on. Imagine it. Go on, Scott. Imagine it. Do the imagining action, Steve. Imagine it. Keep going. Keep going. I'll tell you when you've imagined it, mate. Keep going. Come on, Steve. Imagine it. Have you imagined it, Steve? Have you? Yeah, well, there's no need, is there, mate? It's happened. Alexander Fleming used British thinking to discover penicillin antibiotics. Now, British thinking is old style thinking. British thinking is pie for the glass of white wine, fruit-based drink for the lady thinking. British thinking has pickle with its ploughman's lunch. British thinking selects mighty white, not French stick for its ploughman's lunch. British thinking has cheddar, not brie, with its ploughman's lunch. British thinking would never, ever eat margarine. British thinking is old style thinking. Yeah? British thinking had not heard of Channel 4 until they moved the cricket. British thinking does not like what it has found. Christ! Eurotrash! Oh my God! Still, it's been a year. Now, you know you've hit rock bottom when you're taping Eurotrash, don't you? No such thing as an ironic wank, sadly. British thinking. It's the finest thinking in the world. It's not the thinking of some sort of new man. Yeah? Say a bloke called Damien. A man wearing an earring, a sort of geezer who might allow a woman to buy herself a beer. And if Alexander Fleming had been like you, Damien, his head clogged up with new man, French-based, Ponce-derived thinking, what would have happened, eh, Squire? I tell you, he'd have washed those fucking plates up, wouldn't he? The mould would never have took hold, would it? It's been me and Collier talking about the fucking Germans. That was for trying. But why? Why have we got British thinking, ladies and gentlemen? Any suggestions? Steve, any suggestions? Because we're British. It's a circular argument, isn't it, sir? One alarmingly similar to the one I'm about to employ. So, have you ever had to take a bullet for Steve? As his bodyguard, would you take a bullet for Steve? No. It's best to get that out in the open, really, isn't it? In a bodyguard situation. You're not going to get off with him like Kevin Costner, eh? Steve's got a giant grin on his face. I was never confused, mate. I know the difference. I was 12, it was a crush. Captain of the football team. I've forgotten my shorts. Now, what is this? Yeah, the point is this. British thinking keeps us permanently one step ahead of the world because we have a natural advantage that keeps us one step ahead of the rest of the world. And that is because we, the British, the reason we have British thinking is because we, the British, think in English. That's right. And English is the easiest, most straightforward language to think in, London, because English is natural, isn't it? English is a natural language that forms naturally in the human brain. Deep down in the grey matter, grey is an English word. There's a clue for you. Spelled with an E, Neil. Still, if you can't spell the word colour right, you're not going to get the individuals on the map. Deep down in the grey matter of the human brain, the nerve synapses knit together to form the English alphabet, yeah? And that's why all the other languages in the world use our alphabet, because there's English in there somewhere, struggling to escape. Set the course for the Chinese, who've gone on some appalling detour. Jesus, what is it, eh? There's pictures of things that are pictures of things they're no longer pictures of. It's insane. No wonder they're angry and confused. I mean, with an alphabet like that, you would none be a food, wouldn't you? I know nothing about China, obviously. Well, no, I know one thing. Apparently the most common name in the world is Wong. Did you know that, Steve? No, you really need to brush up, don't you? The most common name in the world is Wong, but that's not true, is it, mate? No, it's Tracy, obviously. Now,
Tracy? Really?
we think in English. English is a natural language that forms naturally in the human brain. We've got any teachers here tonight? Anyone who teaches?
Former teacher.
Where are you? What's your name, pal?
Carl.
Carl, beautiful British name. Now, what do you teach, Carl?
English.
English, good boy. Don't have to teach it very much, though, do you? It's natural. Now, so... Is this school posh or normal, sir?
It's in Japan.
It's in Japan.
Okay.
So you're teaching Japanese people English. But you've noticed, in your experience, that English forms naturally in the human brain, haven't you?
It does.
Yes, it does. Good man. You're my kind of teacher, Carl. The teaching profession's in all sorts of shit, innit, like Jim? Yeah? Ever since they got rid of the cane, they haven't really been able to attract the right sort of people. So you've noticed, Carl, that English forms naturally in the human brain. Good boy. Yeah? Yeah? So English forms naturally in the brain. As a result, English is the most beautiful, poetic, diverse, and fucking expressive language. There's no language with the higher realm of sheer fucking expressiveness. Now, can't be taught. Now, how did this happen? Hey, Carl, do you know?
No idea.
No idea. Well, I'll tell you, mate, it's actually a miracle. Huh? There should be no language in this country. There should be none. Given half a chance, British people would rather not speak to each other if they can possibly fucking help it. All right, yeah. Do you know God Save the Queen? No! Not that. See? We'd rather not speak to each other if we can possibly help it. Now, fortunately, something came along that saved the English language, and that is, of course,
The pub?
the weather.
Oh, the way.
The weather in this country is terrible. We've got any Australians in tonight? Any Aussies in? Fantastic. Welcome back, love. You've done your time, you've paid your debt. Now, I love Australians, genetically engineered for bar work. Now, what's your name, sweetheart? Marie, beautiful British name. Where are you from in Australia, Marie? Queensland, fantastic. Yeah? That's that bit in the north, isn't it? What, are you from Brisbane?
No,
Further north, fantastic. I love yours, you're beautiful people, Marie. I think you're fantastic people. Yeah? You don't fuck about, do you? I mean, the way you've taken that English language and boiled it down to its barest bones. It's very impressive. Listen, Marie, you could say, good day, couldn't you? Yeah? You could say, good day to you, sir. You choose not to, yeah? You say, good day, like that. Save yourself a valuable split second. Extra time to loll around on the beach and do fuck all. And the genius of it is you take that double O and you save it up for use in a ridiculous place name later on, don't you? Goolarong to Doolarong or something. Now, the point is this. The weather in this country is terrible, isn't it, Marie? Yeah? But that is our ace in the hole. That's the reason why English is the most beautiful, diverse, focused people in the world. That is, of course, because of the weather, because there's always something new along in the sky every 15, 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah.
As a result, we, the British, have got lots to talk about. Otherwise, we wouldn't.
God, fuck me, you said that rain earlier. I know, it was astonishing, wasn't it? It was incredible. Right, sort of hail where I'm, you're joking. No, I had hail. Yeah, seriously, I had hail. You had hail? No, I fucking, didn't know. Of course I had hail, you know. There's a wind coming off the North Sea. It's essentially Arctic in origin, clashing with the prevailing westerly. It's going to, relieve rain precipitation situation. It's going to cause hail. Oh, yeah, I suppose you're right. Oh, you got. I mean, the thing is, in this latitude, Britain really shouldn't be as mild as it is. That's absolutely right. It's because of the Gulf Stream coming off the Caribbean. I know. That's the reason we have palm trees in Cornwall. I know. Thing is this time of year is very interesting because it's spring, innit? Oh, I love spring. Spring, 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 spring. I love spring. Yeah, it's a beautiful time of year. It's a time of rebirth and renewal. Rebirth and renewal. The little lambs frolicking together. The frosty ground yielding beautiful shooting vegetables and plants. It's a beautiful time. The fowls frolicking together. A beautiful time of rebirth and renewal. Rebirth and renewal. A beautiful time of rebirth, renewal, and of course, the start of Formula One. Absolutely. What a season so far. Well, we've got to discuss the Schumacher question, haven't we? Oh, Christ. Yeah, because let's face it, old Schumacher, we have to face this. He's German. He's German, the car's Italian. He's German, the car's Italian, but it's designed by a British designer. He's one of us. He's driving for Britain. He's British, technically, on paper. Yes, he is. This is a bit sad. Now, it's going to be an interesting season. If Jordan get their act together, they could get a couple of podiums, get third place. Now, I think Williams have got it this season. You do? Yeah. Jensen's very keen. Yeah, he is. The car's got blue livery on now, which means it'll score points. How many score points with blue at Williams' car? I knew that. The interesting thing, the joker in the pack, the thing we have to discuss, face up to as British motor racing driving fans, is, of course, David Coulthard. Oh, yeah. Because let's face it, he says he's got no luck, but as we saw lately, he's the luckiest bastard. Lucky, yeah, but I mean, he says he's got no luck in the car, but that's not true. That McLaren's the best car on the track. Exactly, straight line speed down, force the car, set yeah, reliability problems conquered. They got the best tactical teams, the best car on the fucking track. I mean, they won the last 2 championships. Exactly, it's the best car on the fucking track. But what's the problem with Coulthard? Well, it's dead simple. Old Coulthard's in the best car on the track, but he drives like a cunt. He drives like a cunt, but he's a good bloke. So is that possible? I don't know. It's a sort of cunt Andy cunt paradox. How can you be a good bloke who's a cunt? I don't know. He's a cunt who's not a cunt. He's a cunt who's not a cunt. He's a cunt 1 minute, he's not a cunt, the next he's a cunt, he's not a cunt, he's a cunt, he's not a cunt. Coulthard is a cunt, he's not a cunt, he's a cunt, he's not a cunt, he's a cunt, he's not a cunt. He's a cunt, he's not a cunt. Because of the weather, the most beautiful, poetic, diverse language in the world. Now, you just heard it in action. Doesn't get any better than that. Now, if Great Britain had been somewhere decent weather, say Spain, now, I'm not suggesting that Great Britain was Spain. That is not what I suggested. Now, if Great Britain had been where Spain was, I'm not suggesting Great Britain. Imagine Spain is now Britain. Imagine that Spanish place.
I mean, it pretty much is.
Spanish location is now Britain. That square bit of France is now Britain, yeah? Full of British people who've turned out to be British, even though they're living in what could have been Spain, but it's not Spain, it's Britain, right? Yeah?
Okay, got it.
Yeah, fuck Spain, there's no Spain. Yeah? Madrid is called London, Barcelona's called Southampton. Detail, really, we don't need this. Portugal's filling in for Ireland. The Welsh are in the Basque region, give them some hill shut. This is a what if, not an actual fact. And if Great Britain had been where Spain was, there'd be no English language, would there? Of course not. Nothing to talk about. Nothing in the sky. Beautiful weather, 365, including Christmas. Yeah? Nothing to talk about. Last time? Yeah. What about Coulthard? Oh, he's a cunt. Some things remain constant in all possible universes. Now, if Great Britain had been where Spain was, but not Spain, there'd be nothing to talk about, therefore no English language. Also, it's a double whammy, because what do British people do in hot weather? British people in hot weather do one simple thing. Nothing! Fuck all! Out come the deck chairs, cans of lager, nothing happens in decent weather. Everyone takes a sickie, that's it. End of story.
Yeah, because we get 1 day a year.
On go the shorts of hope.
I'm literally wearing them right now.
Out come the pale legs of experience.
Literally today, we had like the most flashiest of thunderstorms, literally for about 10 minutes, torrential rain. And despite that, literally I decided to go, you know, I need some milk. I need a cup of tea. I'm going to the shops in my shorts and my sandals.
On go the sandals of folly.
See?
happens in this country in hot weather. The British do fuck all in decent weather. And this, of course, explains Australia, doesn't it? They're British. She's your Queen Marie. They're British. Fuck all happens in Australia. Mind you, they've done the place up lovely, haven't they? What they got there is just sand, boulders and giant, freakish bouncing mice. And now it's paradise, isn't it?
Apart from the sharks and the
They've
crocodiles.
just done around the edges, of course. They need to get their finger out. Work towards the middle. Finish the job off, love. Got some people back in chains. That's my advice. Now, if Great Britain, just a suggestion, if Great Britain had been where Spain was, there'd be no English language, would there? No weather, nothing going on. If Shakespeare had been living in Spain, and you have to respect Shakespeare, lady man, you have to respect Shakespeare. Doesn't matter who you are, you have to. He was hard as nails. Geezer from Birmingham writing poetry. Oh, Christ. Give that boy a wide berth. He's going to be tooled up, isn't he? He won't get back in the car, will he? Oh, Christ, no. He's going to plead self-defence. Now, the point is this. If Shakespeare had been living in Spain,
He's clearly
he
never
wouldn't
been
have written
spending
them
all.
plays, would he? Them plays which are this country's finest cultural achievement that no one likes and no one has seen. Nah. He'd have been sat in that deck chair, wouldn't he? Old Shaky. Can of lager in his lap. The beautiful British sun. Beating down his head, and he had a bigger head than most of us here, so he caught it quicker than you and I. With a white ruff like that, sun trap. Oh, forsooth. Oh. And you've had this thought. Hold Shaky. You've had this thought, and that's all it would have been. A thought. Nothing more, nothing less. Just a thought. That's all. To be! Or not? To be? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them. To die, to sleep no more, and by sleep to say when the heart taken 1,000 natural shocks the flesh is here to.
Impressive.
These are consummations of value to be wished. To die. To sleep, perchance, to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause.
Pause?
There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life, for who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of disprized love, the law's delay, the insolence of office. Ah, no, fuck it, it's a gorgeous day, I can't be arsed. There are no Spanish plays, are they? Really, we've got to get to the heart of why the British are like they are, why we're the most sensible people in the world. And I think the best way of investigating that is to look at the patron saints of Great Britain. Now, does America have a patron saint, Neil? No.
No.
You couldn't get anyone, could you?
The Fonz, maybe?
No, because there's many saints in the British Isles, mate. If you want to understand the people of the British Isles, look at their saints. Now, we got any jocks in tonight? Any jocks in? Yeah. Come on, let's hear it for Scott.
Whoa.
Come on. Fantastic. We got any Welsh in? Spread out across the hills. Who have any Irish in tonight? Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Quite a few. Safety numbers, of course. It's when there's one on his own you have to panic, innit? With luggage, looking at his watch. Now that's all in the past now, isn't it? Not very long ago, obviously. See, on the subject, there's one thing I don't understand. That's them Yanks who pretend to be Irish. What's that all about, eh? Just being American ain't bad enough. Now, look at the saints. Look at the Scots saint, eh? St Andrew. Canny Scotsman. Eh? Absolutely. Invents golf, sets up a hotel on the proceeds. And of course, there's St David, the Welsh saint. Now, no one knows what St David did. Nobody has no idea. It's the God's honest truth. Nobody fucking knows, do they, love? No one knows. No. Nobody knows. We had a vicar in here. We had a vicar in here 2 weeks ago, and he didn't know. He didn't know. Mind you, he also told us that God didn't exist. He'd retired, so he's allowed to tell you that. It's a job like any other. Now, the point is this. No one knows what St David did. Nobody. Yeah, but the important thing to remember about St David, ladies and gentlemen, is that he took the Welsh gig, didn't he? God bless him. Must have had nothing else on, obviously.
Someone had to do it.
Saint without portfolios.
I love the Welsh.
And then, of course, there's St Patrick, the Irish saint, who got rid of some snakes. Now, that's pest control at best. It's no BE at a push. The silver-tongued Irish talked him up.
What about the Northern
For me,
Irish?
the ultimate down-to-earth saint, British saint, is, of course, St George. Now, thank you. Now, St George is your ultimate down-to-earth British fucking bloke, isn't he? Because he did what any of us would do, didn't he? What any of us here would do. St George did what any of us here would do. He killed a dragon! Britain's first notch on endangered species belt. He got in there. Kill a dragon! That's right. Yeah? Lights out for the big lizard. Now, that for me makes St George the ultimate down-to-earth British bloke. 'Cause he didn't lay down his life for Jesus or any of that bullshit. No. That's the sort of thing Italian saints do, innit? Lay down their life for Jesus. Fair enough, any Italian who wants to do that, I've no problem with that. In fact, any Italian just wants to lay down his life in any general situations. It'd be a turn-up, let's face it. Folded early 43. St George is the ultimate down-to-earth British bloke. He did what any of us here would do. He did his fucking bit. Yeah, from the mouth of the monster, he rescued the lady fair. He did his fucking bit. You can't argue with that. Now, let's just forget, for one moment, that St George was actually from Malta. What? It's irrelevant. What? It's him with the ultimate British bloke. Let's also forget, there's no such thing as dragons. They're mythical creatures that never existed.
Thank you for the clarification.
That is irrelevant to the story of St George and the dragon. Nothing to do with it. Let's also forget, it's an allegorical tale that tells the triumph of Christian values over pagan values, yeah? Let the intellectuals worry about that sort of bullshit. No, the thing you have to remember about St George is this, ladies and gentlemen, is he's the ultimate, down-to-earth British bloke, because he did what any of us here would do. He kicked the shit out of someone to impress a bird. And he did it while he was on holiday in the Mediterranean. I'd like to leave you with the religious thoughts the weekend, of course. And I'd like to leave you with the religious thoughts. Now, this is something that St. Paul once said. Now, St. Paul's a great bloke. He's a mate of Jesus. He's a mate of Jesus, St. Paul. In fact, all of Jesus' mates were saints. It's a surprise, really, wasn't one himself. He must have filled the foreman wrong or something. It's now they wouldn't have builders. Let's face it, Jesus, at heart, was a builder, wasn't he, Steve? Of course he was. Disappears off the face of the earth for 3 days with no rational explanation. St. Paul's a great bloke. He's from London, as you know. Cathedral's here, isn't it? Yeah? St. Peter, he got the place in Rome. St. John just got an ambulance, didn't he? St. Michael, a chain of flagging pant shops. What I'm saying, there's even saints can draw short straws. They're only fucking human. Now, any vicar will tell you that. Now,
I swear there was like a St. Kevin,
human
apparently.
yet divine at the same time is a complicated concept we ain't got time for. Now, St. Paul said this, and he said it in the second letter to Corinthians. First one, of course, lost in the post. Next thing he knows, he's got Corinthians on the phone. What's that now, Paul? So he knocks up another one in a hurry. He can't remember what's in the first one. Ends up contradicting most of it. 2 letters turn up in the same post together and ends up looking like a right track. Laughing stock of Corinth. Now, it used to matter. Now, St. Paul said this. And he speaks to the child, and he speaks to the man. Got any kids, Bill? No. Fuck. Suggestion, obviously. You got kids, Steve? What you got, Squire?
2 of each.
2 of each. Beautiful. What are the boys called?
Billy and Mitchell.
Billy and Mitchell. Beautiful British names. Well done. They're yours. Well done, love. Eh? Beautiful. Nice work. Congratulations. Because I've got a little boy, I feel like I can let my guard down now, Jim, because I'll be honest with you, my guard has been up all night. I don't know if you've noticed.
No, it's not obvious at all.
I've got a little boy, he's 7. I actually haven't seen my son now. For 5 years. Because 5 years ago. 5 years ago. My wife.
It's better be built on a good punchline.
Ran off.
The builder?
With a French blow. And took my little boy. She's since left him for a German. They drove off in a tatty Rover together and she's since relocated to Spain for extra after last year's abortive tug-of-love snatchback attempt.
What?
White Transit, the classic. I asked him in my now. Don't know what he looks like anymore. Was you at the birth of Billy and Mitchell? Yeah, I was there. The birth of my boy. Yeah. And I'll tell you this much. To see one's wife in such agony, torture, and physical anguish was a rare privilege. One that every man should catch on videotape for repeated reruns later. Eventually, the boy was born by caesarean section. I have to tell you now, with my hand on my heart, that was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. Gosh. And I know we weren't getting on, but then the dock cuts are open. Be careful what you wish for in this life. I haven't seen my son now for 5 years. And all this heartache, all this aggro. Makes you wonder why you had him in the first place. I mean, why did you have kids, Steve? You wanted to. The only concrete thing we can do in this life is to create more life, to have children. I mean, you can play as many tunes as you like in your time, Steve, but your kids are your true fucking legacy, aren't they? Yeah? Those tunes will be gone and forgotten, no longer in the ether anymore, but your boys, they live on after you. Yeah? And that's why we have kids, innit? So that we can live on. So that we continue. Our lives carry on because of their lives. We go on because of them. And that is why so many publicans have children, ladies and gentlemen. Because the wear and tear on your kidneys in this business is shocking. Imagine spare pair in the family is like gold dust. Now he's gone on scuppered. Now, St. Paul said this. When I was a child, I thought as a child, I acted as a child. I spake of childish things. Spake, that's wrong. The King James translation for any Scots here tonight. James 6 and first classic Scotsman, wasn't he? Decent job comes up in London, fucks off pronto. He was only human. I mean, why else did the Scots invent the steam engine? So they could leave. Television, so they could look at pictures of somewhere else. All them big hills, lousy reception, they didn't think it through. When I was a child, I thought as a child, I acted as a child. I spake of childish things. But now I am a man. A hooch is out of the question. It's a fruit-based drink for the lady in it, ladies and gentlemen. We've learned that tonight, if nothing else. You've been fantastic. It's been a pleasure drinking with you. Have a good weekend. I'll see you again. Please, take your glasses back to the bar! Well, you've been fabulous tonight. It's been an honour drinking with you. Beautiful, beautiful people. You pregnant, love? Yeah, thank God for that, eh?
What a question to ask.
When's it due?
July.
July the what?
26.
26. Good luck, sweetheart. Yeah? Have you bought a camcorder yet? You have a natural birth. You go for that? You hope you're going for natural birth, yeah? Yeah? You know what, love? Smallpox is natural, isn't it? Being gored by a bull elephant is natural. This is what I'm saying. Now, the point is this. The point is this. Good luck to you. Good luck. Round of applause for us. You've been fantastic people tonight. And the point is this, ladies and gentlemen, I've had a pop at all and sundry tonight. Scots and Welsh, French, Germans, Irish, Italians, Spanish, Mexicans, Australians, Spanish, transsexuals, obviously.
Really? Did I miss that?
Pianists. But what's the message of this show? Eh? What is it I'm really actually trying to say up here? Eh? What is the message? I see trees of green. I see bloom for me and for you. Nothing to make now. What a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow so pretty. in the sky is also on the faces of geezers going by. I see friends shaking hands, mate, saying, how'd you do? They're really saying, I love you. I see babies born, it's disgusting. Watch them grow, freakish. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Everyone, yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Thank you very much. You've been a pleasure. It's been an honour and a privilege speaking with you tonight. Please take your glasses back to
The bar. Wow. There you go. Ooh. Oh. A little bit of an ache in my back after that. Oh, I'll tell you what. That was very good. Just hold it off, just to make sure there's nothing else. I don't think there is. Nah, look, that's looking all good.
As we say in a trade, we've had your money now. Fuck off.
Oh my god, I'll tell you what, that was freaking awesome. Absolutely awesome. Oh, my bum's got a bit numb. Oh, dear, oh dear. Alright. I'll tell you why I think that was awesome. Because I have worked for so many people who act like that. I have met so many people who act like that. Now, the thing with Al Murray, of course, is, he is playing a character. The pub landlord is not him, but then I think there are elements of him that creep into his work. Because the simple fact is, as much as the character that he's playing does play on some, very strong stereotypes, what he's saying is actually very, very intellectual. He is, as a person, a very intellectual and smart man. I've seen a few clips of things that he's done over the years, and I've always thought when I'm watching that, just wow, he is an incredibly clever man. But he uses that intelligence in his character, and he to be fair, he's a very good observational comedian. I think that not in the same way that you could say like a Peter Kay would be, where he is reflecting stuff that people see in everyday life, but his embodiment of the character of the pub landlord is very observational. Like I said, the amount of pubs and things that I've worked in, obviously my uncle, as a very clear example, is and was for many a year, he ran so many pubs. And I even on a few occasions was literally with him for pretty much an entire weekend up in a pub that he's managing and everything. So I'm literally seeing the everyday life. And I'm not talking like your big chains of pubs like a Wetherspoon or something like that. They're not pub landlords. We're talking about your little tiny little boozers like in the villages, or the ones on the outskirts of the town that not really people are doing. Not that you're part of like the Hungry Horse chain or the Green Flag or the Marston's brand or anything like that. You're just a simple independent pub run by very stereotypical of a certain age, certain demographic that look a certain way to everyone. And to be fair, a lot of them act in the same way. Like, you can pretty much guarantee those types of pub landlords love to run a pub quiz. They believe themselves better than most of the other teams that come in, and they will have their regulars, and they will purposely put in some things that they feel is going to trip those people up because they believe that they're smarter than the pub teams that come in. Anytime they do karaoke, they'll always run the karaoke. You know it. You know these people will always be the ones to run the karaoke. And all the way through the night, they will put on a certain song. Every single time, they will always open the night. They will always close the night. They'll put in about 10 of the songs midway through. Just need to check the microphone. Just need to check the level. Something's glitching up here. Oh, I'm going to sing a bit of Frank Sinatra. I'm going to sing a bit of this, a bit of that, whatever. And they'll always do it to pursue their own ego. They always do it. It is always happening. And that's, I think, what he embodies with this character. And this is why I think, as a comedian, he is very good. This is the first full show I've seen of Al Murray, kind of from start to finish. And the patter in the manner in which he speaks is, again, so reminiscent. Like I said, I've worked in so many pubs where all the staff are doing all the work. The landlord of the bar, he will be leaning on the edge of the bar right at the very end. There'll be about 10 regulars who are all similar people that he is. They'll all be talking about the same kind of things in the very same kind of way that will be very British in their minds. For other people, it may be a bit controversial. But yeah, there's a certain language that's doing. And I think he embodies that character incredibly well. And he actually makes you laugh. So, yeah, I appreciate what he has done. Could you argue that some of the stuff could be considered a bit on the edgier side? Yeah, absolutely. But that can be comedy. There's very few comedians that can get away with being a very PC, family-friendly kind of show. So I don't know what show I'm going to do next for stand-up. One I would like to do is Jason Manford, because I have actually booked a ticket for me to go and see him next year in 2026. And actually, I'm going to be front row, which is even better. So maybe I'll get picked on, maybe I'll chat to him, maybe I don't know. I've been to very few stand-up gigs in my life. I saw Jimmy Carr when I would have been about 17, 18, something like that. I went on my own to that. To be fair, I've been on my own a lot of times to stand-up comedy gigs, the few that I have been to. So I saw him. Who's that Canadian, like one-liner one? Is it Stuart Francis? Possibly Stuart Lee? Something like that. You probably know who I mean. Like I said, he's Canadian. He was on Mock the Week a fair bit. But he came to my local town and I went to see him. I think I got tickets for him as a Christmas present. Jeff Dunham, he came to the UK. I saw a gig of his. Who else? I don't think there's many more. Eddie Izzard, I saw last year. No, 2 birthdays ago. So 2023, I saw him for my birthday. That's probably about it, apart from a few like kind of little comedy gig night kind of thing. They're the only ones that have you could argue are sort of well known. So yeah, I'd really like to do a Jason Manford one because that will get me into the mood for that. I definitely want to do Scottish. I don't know whether to go for a Billy Connolly, like a full Billy Connolly show, or maybe some of the others like Kevin Bridges or what's his name? Frankie Boyle, something like that, maybe. Give me some suggestions. I mean, in my folder, I do have a bunch of shows that I have downloaded, which, again, you guys will need to let me know. Maybe I'll do another poll at some point, because all 3 of these I've recently done. Victoria Wood, Bill Bailey, and Al Murray I put on a poll, and they were coming up, very popular. I've got an Alan Davis show, Jimmy Tarbuck, Ken Dodd, Kenneth Williams, 2 Dylan Morans, Harry Enfield, Jason Manford, and a Tommy Tiernan. So all of those I've got that in theory I could do. But like I said, there's so many out there I'd definitely like to see a female comedian as well. I'd like to give it a bit of a balance to it, But yeah, any suggestions, let me know. Have technically done a Michael McIntyre on the show, on the channel, which I did as a Patreon and kind of exclusive last Christmas, 2024, which I'm probably going to bring to YouTube in Christmas 2025 this year. That was just like a smaller kind of segment rather than like a full show or anything. But yeah, give me suggestions for comedians you'd like to see, and I'll look into it, and I'll definitely do some more full shows, because I really do like doing these kind of stand-up shows. So yeah, any suggestions you got, send them our way. But for now, let me know what you thought of this in the comment section. Please do subscribe, turn on notifications, join the Patreon if you want to get early access, exclusive content, and of course, guaranteed reactions. But until next time, thank you for watching. My name is Kevin. I'm a geek, and you've been watching Kevin the Geek.